This game provides Chelsea with a chance for revenge. The Blues have been defeated 3 times by Arsenal this season, 2 on the scoreline on each occasion. Yet they've not beaten the Gunners in 16 attempts. Carlo Cudicini broke a finger in training, and Neil Sullivan has a thigh strain. Marco Ambrosio may feature in goal. Defender Glenn Johnson could miss the tie with an ankle injury. Arsenal have rejected another approach from Barcelona for Thierry Henry. He's now eyeing Ian Wright's club record 185 goals. With 136 already, Henry says it's only a matter of time. Fellow striker Dennis Bergkamp has said he may retire if Arsenal fail to offer him a contract extension. The draws provided some extra good news for Arsene Wenger. Bergkamp's fear of flying will not prevent his appearance in this particular away tie.
One chasing the treble, one supposedly facing the chop, but both Arsene Wenger and Claudio Ranieri could raise a smile ahead of this most crucial of matches. Arsenal made the more positive start. Sol Campbell could, perhaps should, have given them the lead. Dennis Bergkamp had a reasonable sight of goal too. Ambrosio kept him out. Chelsea under the Arsenal cosh, there were plenty present who could sympathise with that. But signs after the break that the all of 6 minutes. Perhaps this time they could prevent an Arsenal winner. A task appeared to be minimal. But Chelsea's 10 men managed to hold on. Claudio Ranieri seemed pleased enough. But with that crucial away...
I'm very pleased with our performance. We played with a confidence. And against this Arsenal, everybody knows the great team is Arsenal. But we play with the confidence, play well, close the space and try to play our football. And I think after our goal, maybe we deserve a little more. We had 2 great chances to score again, and after 10 minutes they drew the match. Was a good action by Arsenal players, but I think we deserve a little more.
Was that the turning point when you didn't get that second goal, do you think?
But look, sometimes are the little details give you something more or less. That is football, but I say thank you to my players because played very, very well.
Arsene, you've nearly lost your voice shouting. Was that how worried you were at all?
At 1-0, yes, because Chelsea was cautious and played not to concede a goal tonight, and they did it well, they played well. They tried to suck us in and to get the break. What they got on a situation where it should not have been dangerous. And then for 10 minutes we need to show a lot of character, because they had an euphoria for 10 minutes where we needed to be really strong and not to cave in, and that's what we did. We were as well patient. And came back to 1-1. When it was 1-1, you could see that they got a blow, and that there was then room to win the game.
Was it a sloppy goal you conceded?
Yes, it was a sloppy goal, and but we tried to play high with the keeper coming out, and that's the kind of things you are exposed to. But of course, Jens feels he's guilty for it. But overall, I must say, Good Johnson played well on the ball because he countered very well.
A bit of a shift of power towards the London-based clubs. Obviously Arsenal have been there for a while, but now Chelsea emerging at the top of the league. Do you think United have slipped back in the pecking order a little bit?
I think they're going through a bad period for them. You know, what I respect about Manchester United is the way that they respond and bounce back over the years.
They've always done that, haven't
They've done it very, very well. And here we are, another game at Highbury, perfect for them to bounce back, and we have to make sure that it's not perfect and that we can, you know, be aware of that challenge, because it will be a big challenge.
Certainly the game at Old Trafford was a classic in many ways. A lot was made of it, but I just wanted to know what was going through your mind.
We're already licking our wounds from the year before, and you know, to miss that penalty was a major boost to us, and psychologically it would have been a big blow. So, you know, we were elated, and we were probably drunk on elation, but we took that too far. But I think they dealt with it. They dealt with it in the right way. It was expensive. It was expensive for me because it's been difficult for me to get back involved since. But But, you know, at the end of the day, you know, these things happen, and it's gone.
Obviously, when you're on a run like you are, 29 games in the league undefeated, I think that showed up in the Champions League game midweek. Certainly I wasn't worried that you wouldn't get back in the game, and I think that's the confidence that the team's got at the moment.
They showed a lot of character because we were under the cosh, and had we gone 2-0 down, it would have been very difficult. And you know, we didn't panic. There was no panic decisions made. We stuck with it, and Roberts popped up and scored, and suddenly it changed the game completely.
Over the 5 years, you know, trying to get into the latter stages of Champions League, this has got to be the best possible chance that they've got.
There isn't an international team in the world, and I'm including Brazil there, that could beat us. Right. You know, and the Chelsea team also. I feel that they are probably better than the Brazilian national team, because you know you have that continuity every week, and you know.
So Arsenal and Chelsea are better than Brazil. I wouldn't mind seeing that match actually. That would be a good game.
I think there'd have to be an argument for that anyway. And that's the way it's going now. In the Champions League level, it's definitely it's quicker tempo. And you're playing against champions, people who believe in themselves. You know, you've got winners from all over Europe, and it's tough. And you can go there, you know, with bags of confidence and find you know, as we've done in various countries we've gone to, you're 2 or 3 goals down in 5 minutes. Yeah.
So, what's on the cards for Martin in the future? Have you got an ambition to play on?
We'll see what happens in the season. I'll have to sit down and speak to the manager first, and then decide. But
of course, it's your testimonial season at the end of this year as well, isn't it?
It is, Lee. Yeah, that's right.
Any news on that?
Well, we're hoping to play an England 11 at the end of the season.
Right.
Kevin Keegan's very kindly said he'll manage the team, and we've got people like Wayne Rooney and some of the youngsters.
There'll be plenty of goals in it then if Kevin's managing it.
Yeah, that's right. Well, it'll be enjoyable all night, and you know, he likes his football and plays it the way I like to see it played.
Am I getting a call up? Am I getting a telephone call?
You can brush your boots off if you fancy it.
Martin, it's been a pleasure.
Yes, Lee.
Thanks a lot.
Enjoyed it.
Cheers,
Good luck.
mate.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Better than Brazil, say Starsky and Hutch and everything.
Arsenal loving, wasn't it? Do me a favour. Better than Brazil?
Better than Brazil.
It's been a pleasure as well. I'm not having any of that, are you? Better than Brazil.
You agreed?
Someone paid me a few quid to just push him over into that water, but I thought, no, he's bigger than me. I didn't.
So go on, justify better than Brazil then.
I didn't agree. I sort of just tried to keep the interview going, you know.
You failed then.
You actually made him repeat it, which I thought was very
saying
good.
It once enough.
You know, he's known for taking things a
testimonial.
little bit too far on the pitch, but I think in this interview he took things a little bit too far.
The intensity of those games in the dressing room before the match, you both know about them so well. Was it different than any other? Was it different than maps like Liverpool or Manchester City? Or?
I think as far as Manchester United are concerned, the Liverpool game will always be the most tense game to play.
This is just for the sheer of late.
Well, still, I still think it's like that. It's just the history between the two cities and obviously between the two teams. But Arsenal's definitely crept in there, and it is a big game, and it's a one chance for Manchester United this season. It's 2 chances I've actually got. We've got the chance today to sort of stop Arsenal in their tracks and sort of unsettle the whole squad there, and they've got the chance of stopping them winning the treble next Saturday when they play them in the FA Cup.
Any afters from the last game, which ended in such a stormy way? The managers have both been trying to sort of calm that down, but does that sort of red mist sort of resurface sometimes?
Well, it's always a tense game, and what Peter said, it's always our biggest game. Arsenal, when we always look for that fixture. You know, it used to be Tottenham. It's perhaps, you know, the rival between those two has faded a little bit, but the Man United game is always the one that you look for, and I think it doesn't matter whether they're playing for the Championship, which are possibly not tomorrow, sorry. There's always a special atmosphere, and what went on at Old Trafford will play a part in that, but I'm sure the managers will be trying to calm them down.
I think that adds to the game, though, if you're a player, that undercurrent, isn't it? Can you look forward to it? I think one of the most important people on Sunday will be the referee. If we want a decent game.
Yeah, will Manchester United sort of poke Arsenal in the eye? Will they stop them getting the record here?
No. I just can't see anybody actually. They've got to beat Arsenal at Highbury. I don't see it.
So saying draw maybe, but no chance of victory?
No.
No chance at all. How do you two see it?
I think Sir Alex has already said he might tinker with the team and rest a few players for the semi-final, so it'd be interesting to see what team they put out.
I don't think he's got too many options anymore. He's got a lot of injuries, so I actually think he's going to put a strong team out, and I think he really wants to win that game because it will set them up for Saturday as well.
Absolutely. It's Arsenal-Manchester United in the Premiership tomorrow. Next Saturday, that FA Cup semi-final between the two teams, live from Villa Park from 11:45. Highlights the Millwall-Sunderland semi-final in Grandstand on the Sunday, of course. And
Ciao, Claudio.
It must be.
A dead man walking, it appeared.
He's a great man.
The first All-English Champions League tie, a London derby with a global audience, brought with it a subplot of subterfuge and suspicion befitting ancient Rome.
I am a gladiator. I like this.
The coach behind Chelsea's best-ever Premiership season had been rewarded with a new strain of speculation and apparently told his players he was on his way out. Rumour the club declined to condemn.
Clearly, people have been guided about what to write, and I find it absolutely astonishing that Claudio Ranieri's position should be, which is fast approaching untenable.
Save Our Claudio campaigned the London Evening Standard. But the more the media and the fans lined up behind him, the more deafening the silence from penthouse level.
Ranieri is a very, very good manager, but he hasn't won that much, and I think that is one of the reasons why they probably want to, pardon me, get rid of him.
In the red corner, 3 steps from greatness, Arsene Wenger, delighted that his unproven European cred had been overshadowed.
This is Holy Grail. He still says the championship is the most important thing, but it's not. I mean, it has to be the Champions League.
Arsene Wenger is on the verge of what?
Arsene Wenger is on the verge of staying at Arsenal for the rest of his life.
What if Claudio Ranieri puts a European Champions League on his CV in May?
Then they may have to change their minds, even though I think it's going to be a bit too late. I think they've already made their minds up.
The Gladiators versus the Musketeers. The Tinkerman went with 2 strikers, but lots of cover, drafting in Scott Parker as his Pires Henry insurance policy. It was the biggest game of some young careers.
A better chance than he realised.
Only 6 Englishmen started, but it was all Anglo-sized. The tackles bit not just from the local boys. Good job the man in black had done his crash course in John Bull. Punch and counter-punch descended briefly into push and shove. But after a word from their cornerman, Chelsea began to open up.
And first blood is blue blood.
The bridge burst into song, serenading the Roman on the touchline and inspiring the team to go for the kill.
This is Duff. Chelsea are rampant here. John Terry.
1-1. The gunner was the happier to make the handshake. If the night had underlined that True Blue support is behind the Gladiator, would the truly great manager have allowed his side to lose a lead they'd worked so hard to earn? But if he's a goner, Claudio won't lose his fighter's instinct or his gallows humour.
Have you missed a chance?
Yes. But after our goals, we deserve to score again.
You know, we had a little bit of storm, and to get over that, you need strong players, and we have that.
They're on the ropes, but somehow they found a bit of a killer blow.
The fans were singing your name at one stage during the game. Did you hear them?
Oh, yes, I heard. Thank you very much.
We're right behind him as we speak, and let's keep it at that.
Will the Gladiator win in the end?
Yeah, I hope. I hope always the Gladiators win. Maybe there is a Cesar want to.
Thumbs up or thumbs down?
I hope thumbs up.